got you. What up? What up?
Yo,
What's up,
yo,
G? What's
yo,
going on?
let me clean my little camera thing up. Shit look a little fuzzy and shit. Damn, my shit look real smoky. Yo, Gully, we gotta help me. You gotta come back down to Atlanta and get my game back, my dribble back, yo.
I see what you're doing. Somebody pointed out, the producer, to me, that you've been working with and shit. I know you active. Hey, man.
It's a good position right here. I got good
All
clarity.
right. That
Yo,
looks
what's
great.
going on, man?
First and foremost, it's a lot of shit going on, man. It's a lot of shit
There's
going
a
on.
lot of shit going on, man.
I believe when I met you, and when the time I spent around you the first time, I believe you didn't tell me certain things because it might have made me look at you a certain way. I believe you withheld certain things about Puff that probably would have made me look at you like, man, this nigga might be hating and shit. So you played, you sat on the fence, you dropped your book. Somebody told me that it was in your book, but Keith Murray has reignited a chain of events online. Tell me about, do you have a relationship with Keith Murray? Do y'all know each other?
He very much well knows me. You understand? But if you look in the world of somebody who want to be this subject, and then you be like, yo, we be more if we just be together than you trying to be you on your own. He never really understood what he was around.
Who, Keith?
He didn't understand what he was around.
Okay.
That's why he was like, oh shit, it's a body. Yeah, all right.
Okay,
I already knew the body was
right there. Because he was kind of like going in a bunch of directions, but he did say, he said, damn, I looked on the ground and it was a dead body. He said that.
Dead body.
All right. You seen his interview. Was he going in a lot of directions?
Yo, he is, what I'm gonna say is, I definitely love the brother. The interview was so entertaining and real that some people may not get it. And it's not for everybody to get, but for those who understood, that was the most entertaining interview I've watched this year. Yo, he is a character.
Why, when I was around you, we used to get high at night before I went to bed, and we talk about all kind of shit. You never told me that Suge actually
smacked the shit out of that nigga.
Yeah, you never told me that he smacked him.
He did. But see, what it is I said something even worse than he smacked him. The nigga put Puff in the full Nelson. You know what the full Nelson is? Do I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like Gully. You know what full Nelson is, right? When the nigga put you in the full Nelson?
This joint.
Like
so
that.
His hands is in the air like this.
Like, and then where's his arm?
His arms is up here. They gonna be like.
Where's the other? The person who got you in the full Nelson?
Where's gonna have their arms around your neck?
Around your motherfucking neck. And listen here, you doing whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
So you talking about this nigga said he came back from another place in Georgia and smacked Puff. I'm like, my nigga, why don't you talk about the full Nelson? He put the nigga in and walked off like, shoot me. You gonna shoot him.
So where were you positioned at when he put him in the full Nelson?
Listen here. When I was at that spot right there, I'm the nigga who can't take the ground. I'm the nigga for real. They keep on always wanting to miss talking about me, talking about Mark. Shine don't want to talk about Mark. This nigga don't want to talk about Mark. Why? Because if we talk about Mark, then how fly we gonna be? If we let them know who give us the fly, then how fly we gonna be once we show them who the fly is? And I be sitting back like, nigga, let them know what the real shit is. Like, don't bullshit with the people. You know what I mean? You want to talk about Eric Sermon? He was here in Atlanta, but what was he here for? And he was here because he was on the run. And who was the people who did what? Oh boy, no, it was Jason. And that was Wolf. Like, no, listen, let me tell you something, Gully. You go, I want you to just talk to me because I don't want to go into talking about this. I want you because I know you are so interested. You know how to pull out some motherfucking information. Let me let you dribble. Let me just give you the ball. You dribble.
Okay.
Dribble. Assist. Alley-oop.
Okay. Look, right. Was you shocked? Where were you at when you got the news that Keith opened this can of worms?
Yo, I think you might have alerted me, and you was like, you never told me that the nigga got smacked, and I was like, nigga, I ain't even tell you about the nigga. I wrote about the full Nelson. Fuck the smack, the full Nelson, nigga. When you put a full nigga in the full Nelson, oh my God, that's the worst position
hey,
in the
Mark,
world.
when he grabbed him up and pulled him in the full Nelson, how does the rest of the bad boy react? He just grabbed up the CEO.
He backing him up,
huh?
And then my man Jason, you understand? Well, Jason, you understand? But you know, when I say like my man, that just mean like, you know what I'm saying? On our side of the world, we are our side of the world versus whoever side of the world want to go against this side of the world. So when my guy, he was doing what he doing, and he's looking, he's shooting. Look here, he's shooting this way,
right?
And he's staring at Suge like this. He's shooting this way, and he's shooting his friend.
So he looking at Suge while he popping.
Hell yeah, looking at that nigga dead in his eyes, like nigga, this could have been you. That's why, see, I even got a movie about this shit. They scared to touch the movie because the movie's so real. Motherfuckers are scared to talk about this real shit. We're going to talk about real shit. That's why I said, okay, now that somebody come through and understand, want to talk about something, now I could open up a little bit more. We could talk a little bit more so nigga he was like, yo, a nigga, he was like, it was a dead body. No, it wasn't a dead body. Something happened. It wasn't a dead body. It was a dead body later on. Right at the time, something happened. He didn't die till a little bit later. You understand? But right there on the sidewalk. Now, and then at the time,
not to cut you off, when did he finally release Puff? He used him for a human shield. That's what you're basically saying, right?
Yes. After he did the slap-a-root, he was right. But sometimes as a nigga, you know what? I got some niggas, man. I swear to God, Gully. Every once a year, you got to slap certain niggas. You be like, yo, listen, I'm just telling you. You just be like, listen, man. I know you had a successful year. Everything's been good. Let's meet up for the slap down. Because some niggas just need it. And then you be like, good. Because even me sometimes, I need a slap sometimes from a motherfucker who can help me get me back in line like nigga Curry. Pow! Wake up. You be like, wow, thank you. You don't look at it as a diss from your brother.
Well, let me ask you something, right? So, Jake hits the floor. Jake's on the floor.
Yeah.
Suge still got a hold of Puff while this is going on?
Yeah, by this time, you know what, let me tell you how comfortable I was with this. Have you ever seen a nigga knowing who he want to shoot, and you know the nigga who doing the shooting, and you know the nigga that he want to shoot, and you be sitting right there, and you be like, I know this nigga ain't finna miss and hit me. Cause sometimes niggas run, they be like, oh shit.
The whole time it was going on, you was like, I know this
nigga ain't ready to shoot me. I know this nigga right here, he ain't ready to shoot me. But I tell you what, this nigga good. Oh, and when he got it, I was like, damn, just like that. Wow, like that. But see, I'm the nigga that control the club, so I can control the door. Now, I could tell you the security, it's like Sam, Big Sam, and he had big boy security. That's who was running the thing. And then we also had the sheriff there, Rambo, rest in peace. You understand? This is when Suge came to the club that night, I already knew he was in there. I let him in.
You let Suge in?
Huh?
You let Suge in?
I had to ask for their ID. I run the front door.
So you had the ID the death row guys.
Man, listen here, man. I run the whole door of the spot. Ain't nobody even getting in tonight unless they see me.
Right.
And the security is there with me.
Did
You
you feel
can't
like
even talk to
did you feel like they was coming for problems?
When he came for problems, he got what the fuck he wanted.
I'm talking about, did you feel when they came to the door that they was coming for problems?
Yes, but at the same time, we problem solvers out here in this world. We not niggas who run from, like, it ain't a such thing as a bully.
Right.
You know, and there ain't no such thing as being a bully. You know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying, when you able, bully is about handling business and making money and making people, feeding families. That's bully. Bully ain't me taking nothing from nobody. So yeah, I knew it was a problem, but a nigga ain't gonna have no problem on this side. This ain't the first time we had run-ins with Suge. We been had run-ins with Suge. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, Suge got shot in L.A., didn't he?
Yeah.
How many times?
I don't know. Was that the time he got shot in the ass?
He got shot a few times, right?
Okay.
Hands down. All my little homies. It's been going down. This I can't even open up the gateway. You know what I'm saying? So motherfucker can see. Yeah, we wasn't playing with him then. We not playing with him again. Niggas ain't playing with nobody, period. And this ain't no YSL. This is
I'm saying, Mark,
this is just
hold on, Mark. The way that you talking.
Oh, it's slick.
You talking from a bad boy perspective, because you saying we. You saying we. You know what I'm saying? Like you like
me,
we wasn't playing with the niggas and shit.
Hey man, I'm California, West Coast, Mansfield, gangster crippin'.
I know that.
That's it. So anything that comes around from that circle, from no matter how I met them, no matter how we became friends, no matter how we did business or whatever, or no matter whatever, them has been a circle of motherfuckers that I always gel with and I bonded with, and them has been like, brother, it's almost like we Muslims. We believe in us. Like it's not about gang or nothing. It's just us. I want to make sure your family eat. You make sure my family eat. You know, I want to, you happy, I'm happy.
So let me establish something, because I don't want this to get away from me. So what you're saying is, even though that you and Puff don't see eye to eye or don't have a business relationship, y'all still on the same side of the ball. Y'all still stand on the same side.
Come on, Gully.
I need me and you to say this, my nigga.
Yo, me and you did an interview with somebody that wanted to meet Akon.
Yeah.
And we did that.
Right.
So we did that. Now we sitting back, falling back, like that's all you wanted to do this. We want to do it like this. All right, cool. Solar energy, all right, we with it. We was like, yo, let's push it. Let's make niggas aware of this in the street. Niggas don't understand what guerrilla marketing is, what guerrilla is. You understand? Where the guerrilla be at? Guerrilla is be like, that's strong. That's almost like strong arm plus strong arm. Like you making a motherfucker buy into it. I'm guerrilla. I'm letting you know what it is, and y'all just going, it's a trend. I'm a trendsetter.
Right.
Right? So we done did it, and then now I look up, they building cities all in Detroit. But nobody mentions that they met each other through Mark Curry. Like Mark Curry sent the kite. Gully TV did an interview and they made it. You understand? It's just like, you know what? Screw them. It's always been like that. Screw the other nigga. Screw the hard-working nigga. Screw the nigga that know everything. Screw the nigga that, you know what I mean? Like when I heard Keith Murray interview, it's all cool. But I'm like, damn, Keith Murray, he telling my book. But still ain't mentioning my name like Mark Curry.
Hold on. Is this what you describing? Is this a proverbial blackball situation?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
saying that you describe being an integral part of a lot of historical moments and power moves and network, and and they fail to mention your name. So you say what it is. You feel that that's the black ball.
Yeah, that's the black ball, but guess what? It's the whack ball because we dribble. You understand? It's called the whack ball. I want you to
I
put that in
think
the dribble sentence.
your relationship with me, man, is very lucrative and truly blessed. I believe when the first time you stepped to me, you like, yo, after I did that, you remember the first time I interviewed you was covered in paint. You was doing some renovation shit.
I was working.
And you called me back like a month or two later. You was like, yo, I want to book you and bring you to Atlanta. Da, 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 da. I'm like, what's going on? You was like, man, my book sales spiked like a motherfucker and shit. So,
Yeah, book
and I
sales.
was in the dark about the book back then, but a lot of people in the comments are saying that this situation about Puff, I mean, Suge grabbing Puff up was in your book.
Yeah, but no, forget smacking him. The nigga put the full Nelson. Yo, I'm telling you, you're not getting it.
He
He put the full Nelson. He had the Jake the Snake Robert like this. The nigga Puff was doing like this. He was looking for air. I was like, oh shit. He was like, I was like, yo, this nigga looking for the air. So I'm
did
like,
he lift
damn.
him off his feet? Was he off his feet? Because Suge's pretty tall.
He had him way off his feet. The nigga Puff, look here, look at my feet.
Oh,
his feet was
God.
doing like that. Yo, you think I'm playing, man? Stop playing, man. You know I'm telling you real shit.
After hearing Keith Murray say what he said, I believe you, but I know that I've had a relationship with you for a long time, and you held this shit from me. I believe you held this from me because had you told me that, yeah, Suge grabbed that nigga up and choked him up, I would have looked at you like you just bitter because he don't fuck with you and shit like that.
Nah, man, we ain't talk because you know some shit like I'm gonna tell you some other shit. I know some niggas that Suge made drink piss, and I will never say it. I will never give them up. Not unless somebody talk to me and be like, I know, then I'll be like, word. Then I'll be like,
so look, right? Look. In totality, Mark, how long was your relationship with Bad Boy? Because the way you giving it up right now, it's like Suge was tormenting or picking
them. He was tormenting them. Andre Harrell, LaFace, every record label who had it. That's how he got TLC. He had Left Eye. He had motherfucking Chili. Chili was his girlfriend and shit like that. He was out here. Then he wanted Dallas had some shit going on with Danny Boy, and then in return, Suge was producing the Illegal Dallas group. It's a whole bunch
and
of
that's
illegal.
Jamal.
Hold on, Illegal was a group. All of them was Left Eye was the motherfucking co-parenter of them. One was from Philly, Lil Jamal. Now, if you really like Lil Jamal, hey yo, Gully, you know Lil Jamal.
Yeah, I know Lil Jamal. I just telling them about Lil Jamal yesterday.
You know Lil Jamal. You know, nigga. You know the key. That's the key. Lil Jamal can tell you every motherfucking thing.
Just be a top or something. I'm gonna call you back. Wait.
I can't read. I'm not reading the thing. So can I go back and see him? Repeat it for me, Gully.
They was just saying in the comments, they said, Suge, a fire sign. We definitely don't like Scorpios like Diddy. They said, now Curry is making sense. Suge was a wrecking ball. Suckers just don't want to admit it. To hear it coming from you, because
Suge got shot 9 times. He got shot 9 times at an Akon party with Chris Brown in L.A. He pulled up with the bullshit, right? 9 times. He know the business. This is not a game. And what happened that night, you know, I'm just saying, it's not a fucking game. You know what I mean? Like, it's real, but that's old. We old now. Suge is too old. We too old to be active gangsters now. We like, I can't even see. You see Keith Murray eyes bucking up in the interview. That nigga eyes is bucking like he
Keith
Johnny
need to
two
get ready
times
to go on.
shit.
Keith need to get ready to go on tour, man.
Keith is my hero right now. But he didn't mention my name. When he mentioned my name,
he was trying to get there. He said G from Detroit. Like he was naming the squad. He was naming y'all. He was right there. So that's why I called you. I said he's talking about Market now. I knew.
But when he was like, it's a nigga that was like, I know what happened, but and then he didn't want to mention me. I'm the nigga that he probably is saying that nigga, I know what just happened. Cause I knew. I was right there. I was sitting there like, oh shit, them bullets is for you, bro.
Right.
You ever just look at a nigga, man, listen here, man. I was on the payphone one time when payphones was popping. You understand? I had my pager. So I go do the payphone thing. And I'm standing on the payphone one night and it's another nigga on the payphone. You ever just went up on the payphone, you see another nigga on the payphone?
At the same time?
Yeah, at night.
I would
that
would look like some jacker shit to me.
That's some jacker shit, right?
Yeah.
So I get off to use the payphone anyhow.
Yeah.
The nigga on the phone right there, but he on my block.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. This Washington Road, Camp Creek. I'm right there. The niggas come around the corner, boom, and pop the nigga out on the payphone while he's saying I'm on the payphone. They could have popped me out too. Them niggas didn't pop me. Not a bullet touched me and they ran. And I got in my car and I drove off. And then when I drove off, the police came to my house and they was like, we seen your car fleeing the scene. I was like, shit, well, if you seen all of that, you seen me getting the fuck up out of there. That's one thing I can't tell you. I got the fuck up out of there, right? They said, yes, fast. Thank you, sir. That's Atlanta. That's Atlanta. When the man did right there, I knew what was going on when the nigga Suge came in to see. All right, let me give you some game. I'm going to give y'all some game, man. And I don't really like giving it up like this. Because this is what my movie about. This is what my millions is. And that's why I want my money. That's why niggas are scared. Yeah, put that hot sauce. Oh, that ain't hot sauce. Yeah, get that. Because listen, the nigga Suge came in the club that night looking for Puff. He been looking for Puff because Suge had just recently had an altercation with Andre Harrell where he shook Andre Harrell and made him drink the piss out the thing and the thing, nigga. So then, bam, he been looking for Puff. And then when he came to the club and saw Puff, his office been dodging Suge and all of this and all of that. He came in and he was like, here you go, nigga. I'm calling your office. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Like I'm a bitch. Woo, woo, woo. And then he was like, and then they was talking. And then now it went into Puff security. And it was Jason. It was a few other niggas. And these niggas right here, we gonna call them the Valley Mob. These niggas, they from the Valley. There's a whole nother kind of gang shit from the, you understand? They Jamaican type of niggas talk to you and you're rude boy. I'm not a fan of yours. I don't watch television. I tell you a nigga, I ain't gonna say the name. The nigga said, I'm not a fan of yours. I don't watch television.
That's
I'm
what
not
he
a
told
fan
him.
of yours. I don't watch television. Cause that nigga was telling Suge that. Suge went out that club. His homeboy, Jake had just came home from prison. He just came home from prison. So Suge was taking him to Atlanta on like the fucking Bond
tour
vacation.
The tour. Welcome home shit.
Welcome home tour. Came to Atlanta and the nigga never made it home. And when he got hit, the only thing that I remember is when this nigga was asking my partner, does it look bad? V. Because he got hit. He on the ground. He choking. He all this. He was like, does it look bad? And my boy was like, nah, you going to be all right.
So Jake asked your man V, do it look bad for me?
Do it look bad for me?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. He was like, nah, it didn't look bad. He kept everything spiritually right. And you know, which I understand. He was like, you're going to be all right. Just breathe. Just breathe. And then he was sitting there and breathing. And then not only that, for the whole time Jake was in the hospital, V visited him. And he was really concerned about Jake. He wasn't a nigga who wanted, yo, I never saw my friend really just have so much fucking compassion. And he was just like, yo, you know, and that was just a thing. And that's something that I think
happened in this spot. Maybe felt, you know, it was the spot.
Yeah, but I think that kind of like meant a lot to him. And it kind of, today as a person, I think I appreciate him more understanding that in that part of life than just keeping on going. To understand how to respect a life that's given when we give birth to it. When we give birth to children, and then we be like, I gave birth to my child. What made you feel like you had the right to take my child off of this earth? Like, this, it's like a different, you know what I mean? You had the gun and you thought that you was a nigga, right? So then now I'm trying to tell you, like, nah, and you start feeling like that. But we can't, you know, luckily we don't have to do that. But sometimes it goes to that.
Right.
And you be like, yo, you can't take nothing off of this earth that I said I love. Like, and if you do it, you better have a good-ass motherfucking reason why.
So this situation is essentially what is known as the East Coast, West Coast War.
Yeah, that's the East Coast, West Coast. Then they started stepping on buildings.
Basically, Tupac came home to them niggas already beefing.
Tupac was a very good friend of mine and of the Rim Shop, of ours. Not just me. He was a good friend of our movement. We owned the Rim Shop. We owned, no, not we. Anthony Dent was an owner. Greg and them, the Detroit players, if they had better credit, rest in peace, Phil. You understand? Brandon, Cheese in Atlanta. I could tell you so many Detroit niggas in Atlanta. You understand? Plus Greg Taylor is his name.
Shout out.
G hooked it up. And he's not lying. That's Too Short said it. G hooked it up.
Yeah.
But at the
Tell
end
him
of the
about
day,
that, Mark, not to cut you off because that's historic. Tell him about that shit that Too Short said in that Dangerous Crew song about G.
He said G hooked it up. But because G hooked it up. G, because we had the Rim Shop. So Chili and them used to come there. All of them. Left Eye. Eric Sherman was there. Eric didn't come there. Eric didn't own no Rim Shop. Eric came down to Atlanta on the run. He was on the run because the police was looking for him for what he did with Paris. And his cousins down told on him and shit. And then now he came down to Atlanta and ran down here.
Hold on.
Yeah, you better rewind it. It's fast. It's fast. Yeah, I better stop playing with me. That's what I'm saying. When
hold on, man.
Talk, they can't be talking and don't talk. Don't stop talking, niggas, if y'all ain't understanding what the fuck and who the fuck whose is. You understand? And then give me my fucking flowers and then let me eat off of this shit. I got a whole movie about this shit. I got a movie.
Mark, hold on. So when y'all met, because this was played out on Beef DVD, so this is not a secret. So when y'all met Eric Sermon, he was down south because
on the run.
They was pursuing him about that shit with Parrish.
Yeah, and they gave him up. They gave him up. And they was like, yo, and years later, they was like, hey, you think YSL, you know what's going on them? Then when they had got Eric and they was like, them niggas started telling real quick, like, yo, I'll tell you some shit that happened you ain't even wanted to ask about. And they was like, they started telling that shit. They had Eric on the goddamn most wanted list. This nigga ran down to Atlanta and shit. And Suge was looking for the nigga. See, Eric don't fuck with me.
Why?
But guess what? What? I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe because I was nice and the nigga ain't know what to do with me. You understand? Or I don't know, maybe I ain't get down, like maybe I was a little bit too gully. Like I was too gangster. Maybe like they ain't understand. All right, so listen here, let me tell you another story real quick. And then you can rewind this one back. We can get back to it. This gonna go fast. This fast. This fast. This fast. Y'all better understand and listen, this fast. So I used to go to New York from Atlanta. And I used to take some stuff from Atlanta into New York. And as soon as I get there, I could be good. So I used to be like, yo, we're going to go down here and take 3 days. By the time I make it to Atlanta, I get there 1 hour. One nigga would come and buy everything from me. And I was like, damn, I thought we had enough to last us for a weekend. We're going to shop. One nigga came in this boy, everything, like we might as well just go back home. I was only here for 3 hours.
Right.
We thought we were going to go get hotel rooms, shit like that. Yeah, when we do this one, we sell the first. I'm like, damn. And then the nigga bought everything. Then he said, every time you come back, just come see me. And then every time I went back, I went and seen this one nigga. And I never had to worry about selling nothing in New York. And the nigga was Von Zip, and that's my sister's boyfriend. They don't want to talk about this shit, man. They don't want to talk about this shit, man. Call me brother-in-law, man. I'm brother-in-law. They ain't understanding this. Like, I tell you about all of the, we'll go all the way back to the West Coast. Want to talk about that? No, I'm not a Crip, but I fuck with the Crip niggas. You understand? Because them is the niggas who show me love. I'm from Teaneck, New Jersey. You understand? I'm from New York. I was born and raised in New York, and I have a new song out about New York that I'm going to push out. I think everybody need to understand. It's time to bring this shit back, man. Hey, man. Hey. But all of that.
Tell them where to get that book at so they can go back to this discussion that we having. You actually wrote about it in your book. Which chapter is it, if you can recall?
It's the date. It's the first beginning of the book when the nigga came in there and his man came in there. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Y'all ready for this? You want a Gully exclusive?
Let's go.
Gully exclusive.
Go ahead, man.
The nigga came in looking for Puff because Puff had Jodeci and Mary J. Blige publishing. And he told them that to shake up Andre Harrell and get the publishing because Andre fired Puff. Puff was salty. So then when he was salty, then now he like, yo, go shake up Andre. He kind of like told on him. And then he went up and shook Andre Harrell and he still didn't get the publishing. And then Puff had been avoiding his calls. Then he like, you had me go and shake this nigga up, and you the nigga who got the publishing. The whole time you avoided my calls and all of this. That's why he was mad.
Oh man, yo, this nigga was the gooch. Yo, this nigga was really Debo, man.
He thought he was, but when he ran across this side right here, he didn't do that. I remember when Suge got evicted. And I was there to help him get his furniture out the street. Me and my friend, yes. Suge Knight got evicted on Wilshire. And when he got evicted, he called my partner.
After everything happened and
after everything, he get evicted. He called one of my partners, and he like, yo, come on, we got to go over here and help Suge get his shit out the street. We pull up, all his furniture, everything in the street. We helping him get out. They evicted him.
Damn.
He ain't a bad nigga.
From a mansion?
No, it was Wilshire, the buildings. Like when you in LA, the Wilshire, you go down Wilshire. If you go down Wilshire, and I lived in Wilshire, so everybody can understand this. In the Wilshire district, that means you can have a Bentley. You can have what you want. You can't do that shit over in the hood.
Oh, should be in the gooch.
That nigga was trying it.
Gooch in the comments. Yo. Hey, yo, if you too young to know who the Gooch is, the Gooch was the invisible bully. Remember Biggie Smalls used to rap about the invisible bully?
Yeah, the invisible. And they got a shirt line. D-Rock got a thing called the invisible bully.
On different strokes.
Yeah. D-Rock got, yo, D-Rock, Biggie homeboy, With D-Rock, remember you listen to him in the song, he got the invisible bully thing. You understand? It's just real talk. It's just things that just real. But listen, forget all of that. Because don't no nigga ever give me no flowers to talk about me about nothing. You understand? They act like Curry don't exist. They act like I'm not the nigga who helped everything happen. Like, for real, I am the motherfucker, but I don't want to be, I don't have to claim responsible. No, I don't have to be ownership to it. Y'all want to, I told y'all what happened that night. You want to listen to Keith Murray?
Listen, man, I don't want you to come off to the listeners as like you didn't get your shit off, because you still have access to recording studios. Me and you went through this before, my nigga. Like, fuck what happened, man. Like, you feel you're not getting your light, go in the studio and create something, nigga. Straight up.
I did.
You ain't gonna get on album. No, they ain't. Man, do something, nigga. Do something.
Come in, baby. Yo, you know, I got mommy. Look, she want me to put her on camera. Yo, come back. Yo, I want everybody to follow at Lady Wonderwoo on Instagram. That's my lady. At Lady Wonderwoo. I want them to follow us so they can, you understand? LadyWonderWoo. Lady Wonderwoo.
Give these people your contact information, because they gonna support you. They saying it. They like, if you come back out, they fucking with it and shit.
Yo, listen, Gully. All right, my info is Mark Curry. It's MK Curry. No, what's it? Yeah, MK Curry 71. Yo, Gully, what's my Instagram, yo?
I don't know, nigga. Mark Curry.
Y'all don't know. I'm not the comedian, nigga. That's all I can tell you. I'm not cracking jokes. This ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Gully, when I thought about you today and I was like, I want to call you today, and it was just because it was a thing where I feel like, we work hard to make things connect dots and bring brothers together. Our purpose is not selfish, so we don't care, you know what I mean? Like, if I have the victory, I don't have to be the nigga that walks away with the bag all the time. You understand? And I ain't mad at the nigga with the bag and shit. You understand? That's just his bag and what he need to do.
Right.
You understand? So today, when I was just looking at how much we have accomplished since we met each other, you know what I mean? From Akon Solar, and then I'm like, damn, we Akon Solar, and then now I see.
I met Jazzy Faye. Saha the Prince, and somebody else with you. You know what I'm saying? During that solar energy run.
You know, Saha the Prince, like my nephew.
Seville, shout out to him.
Yup, shout out. That's definitely my nephew, because he comes from a group called Hoodlum. You understand? Was Pedo. You remember Pedo?
Yeah, shout out to Hoodlum, man. Info Slim, my nigga and shit. Shout out to Hoodlum, them niggas.
J
Dub. Stone Mountain niggas.
The Stone Mountain, the East Siders.
Yeah.
They Redan and all of that. They some Redan ass niggas. But nigga BMF couldn't tell you about that.
No.
You understand? Because even they was here. You know, I just say, you understand, we worked hard. I'm going to give us our flowers. We worked hard, you know what I mean? No matter what kind of obstacles we had to go through, because it's a lot of people that you cross lines with, and I had to just say, hey, man, nigga, this, you understand, the nigga, that's what he do, that's what, and then, but at the same time, them be niggas that got real love with me.
Right.
But at the same time, the love that we have for each other, plus what the people want to know, we can't keep hiding our truth behind not talking.
Right.
And they always say that black men, one of the problems that we have is not being able to express ourselves and talk to people. And if we just live like that, we can live and die and nobody will never know the truth.
Right.
That doesn't help nothing.
No doubt. Mark, it's fight night. We just blew this shit out the park, man. I know you got more reefer smoke. I do. I appreciate. I got to upload this, and we gonna get back, man. When you drop, we got you, man. Y'all go get my nigga book. He a good nigga. He a live nigga.
The music.
He better stop eating steak every day. I told this nigga when we was living together, you better stop eating that fucking steak every fuck. This nigga eat $100 steaks every day. If he keep it up, I don't know, y'all. So yeah.
Hey, man, the steaks, if they ain't costing $70 a steak, we don't even want it.
You better stop that shit. You better stop
I ain't eating
it. Get you a $15 salad and stop eating them $70 steaks. I'm up out of here, man. I'm about to call you, baby. I love you. I appreciate you, my nigga.
Hey.
One.
Thanks.